Everybody, this is going to be a quick review, a lightning quick review. This one's going to be over multiplying fractions. Sorry for my handwriting, but this is supposed to be quick, right? Let's go ahead and get a nice clean sheet of paper. When we are multiplying by fractions, there's two ways of thinking about it. For example, if I've got 1/2 times 3, one way to see that is 3 copies of 1/2, which would look like this. 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2. That's just going to be 1, 2, 3 halves, which the simplified answer would be 1 and 1/2, right? That's the more beautiful Dempsey answer, right? But the other way of looking at that is 1/2 times 3. We could do it with multiplication. That's still going to be 1. It's going to be 3 copies of 1, 3 groups of 1 of these things called halves, which is still going to give us 1 times 3 is 3 halves, which simplifies to 1 and 1/2. Again, that is the more beautiful simplified answer. But what if I'm multiplying two fractions together? This is something we've done before, but I want to show you really quickly. 1/2 times 1/3. Now remember when we were doing models, we saw stuff like this, and I would model 1/2 and say 1/2 times 1/3 means taking that half and finding just 1/3 of it. This little bit right there is 1/3 of the half. And then see how I got tiny, because multiplying by fractions means taking a piece of a piece. But the math on it is actually pretty easy. I'm still just going to do one group of 1 up here, and I want to have 2 times 3 down here. And that's going to give me 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 3 is 6. That's going to be 1/6, which can't be simplified. And if you see on the model, that's what we got over here too. But what if I have this? 3/4 times 4/5. Again, I'm just going to multiply straight across. 3 times 4 in the top and 4 times 5 in the bottom. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 5 is 20. Now that does simplify. I can if I divide 12 by 2, I get 6. If I divide 20 by 2, I get 10. Can I simplify again? Yes, I can divide them both by 2 again. If I divide 6 by 2, I get 3. If I divide 10 by 2, I get 5. So the answer is 3/5. That's the more simplified answer. 12/20 is a correct answer. 3/5 is a more beautiful answer. I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, reach out to me. I'm always here to help.